Hello everyone. Today I am here to share with you my top 10 favorite episodes of The Office. I'm sure you've heard of The Office. It is a very well-loved, well-received show. I discovered the show, I forget what year, but let's just say I remember it was in its 5th season is when I discovered The Office. So I'm not exactly an original when it comes to The Office. I discovered it when it was still on air. So I have seen the show in its entirety I would guesstimate about 20 times, like from start to finish. And I'm also not exaggerating when I say I watch The Office every single day. My husband and I usually watch a couple episodes every single night before we go to bed. That is one of the rare shows that we like together. We often talk to each other in Office quotes. We'll often quiz each other like, where's that from? What episode? Who said that? So yeah, my Office love runs deep. I've loved it for over 10 years now, so it's been a while. So it was very hard to comprise this list. A lot of you guys have been asking me for this video for a long time, and it's taken me so long because narrowing down your favorite episodes on one of your favorite shows is very hard. There's always some episodes that you're gonna leave out that you don't want to leave out, but you have to leave out because there's only 10 spots. So yeah, this was very hard to comprise of, and as always, just remember these are my opinions, not yours. You may have different favorite episodes than mine. That's okay. Everyone's got different tastes when it comes to episodes and shows and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's also very hard not picking several episodes from one season. I'm a type of person that when I love a show, I have favorite seasons and I just want to watch those seasons on repeat. And as always with my favorite shows, my favorite seasons tend to be early in the show. So my favorite seasons of The Office are hands down seasons 3 and season 4. Probably season 2. The seasons 2 to 4, a little bit of 5 are like my favorite. Like those are my favorite seasons of all time. So it was hard for me not to put every single episode from those seasons on this list. Now, going into my top 10. Oh, this was so hard. Number 10 is Pool Party, and that is from season 8.
It was here that my parties would have crescendoed into true madness.
To madness.
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 This one is one of my favorites because it is straight up awkward. Like what I love about The Office is that it's an awkward show. Like it's truly about a lot of these people that don't really get along with each other that much, but they're in an office, they work together, they love each other like an office family, but it's just awkward sometimes. And Pool Party is one of them. So they all go over to is his name Robert California? I think so. I call him that. They go over to his house and they have this elaborate pool party, and it just gets really weird, especially with one scene. There's several scenes in this episode that make me laugh. Number 1, when Robert gets into the pool. Number 2, at the very end when like Ryan and Gabe are dancing. It's a great episode for like awkwardness. Like goodness, it gets in all the awkwardness feels. So I love it so much. Number 9 is The Surplus from season 5.
Everyone sits on a chair every day, but not everyone
Sits on a copier.
or even uses the copier every day.
This one has a gem mine of quotes. Perhaps one of my favorite quotes of all time from The Office, when Michael Scott says, "Hate disappointing one person, and I really hate disappointing everyone, but I love Burlington Coat Factory. If you walk in there with $645, you are literally a king." Like, it's just, the whole episode basically is they have a surplus and they have to spend it so it could be on their budget for next year. So the whole office is at war. Half the side wants a new copier and half the side wants new chairs. And Michael Scott just wants a fur coat from Burlington Coat Factory. Like it's a gem of an episode. It makes me laugh every time. It's amazing. And number 8 is Christmas Party. It's from season 2. Or more accurately, if I'm being 100% honest, the number 8 slot would be all Christmas episodes.
Christmas is canceled.
You can't cancel a holiday.
Give it up, Stanley, and you will lose New Year's.
What does that mean?
Jim, take New Year's away from Stanley.
Michael.
The Office is known for its Christmas episodes. I'd say Halloween too, but I tend to prefer the Christmas episodes. My favorite Christmas episodes, hands down, are seasons 2 and probably season 3, honestly. I love those Christmas episodes. Just each one of them is so awkward, hilarious, funny. Pick any Office Christmas episode. I would honestly just take a day in December and just binge watch all of the Christmas episodes. And I have done that, and I would recommend you do it too, because the Office Christmas episodes are just amazing. Coming in at number 7 is Fun Run from season 4.
Water, babe?
No water for me. Not while rabies causes fear of water. Solidarity.
Michael, that's irrational!
Rabies victims.
One of my all-time favorite episodes. This whole episode is about how Michael Scott hits Meredith with his car, and she goes to the hospital, and then I think she's injured somehow, obviously, from getting hit by the car, but she also turns out to have rabies. And so Michael Scott, because he feels so horrible for hitting her, as he should, he decides to have a fun run for rabies. He calls it like a really long, elaborate name. I forget the name of it. Run for the cause. It's just a hilarious run for rabies, which already has a cure. It's Michael Scott at his best, really. Also, the star of Jim and Pam. Amazing. Coming in at number 6 is The Injury from season 2.
Today I got up, I stepped onto the grill, and I clamped down on my foot. That's it. I don't see what's so hard to believe about that.
When I think about The Office and classic Office episodes, The Injury comes first to mind. The Injury is basically where Michael Scott burns his foot in a George Foreman grill. To learn why, you have to watch the episode. Basically, he makes himself breakfast in bed every day with bacon, with a George Foreman grill near his bed. Nothing can go wrong, right? And he pretty much tries to milk his injury for all it can be, because he wraps his foot in bubble wrap, and it's just... like, it's hard to explain all these episodes because they're only 20 minutes, but they're all just amazing. The Injury is one of them for sure. Like, oh gosh, The Injury is a classic Office episode. Coming in at number 5 is The Convention, which is season 3.
Oh, Dwight, I missed you so much. You're so immature.
This is the very start of season 3, or I think the second episode of season 3, and Jim is not there at the office anymore. He is not in Scranton. Basically, they all meet together at this convention for paper, and it's just a great episode. I don't think a lot of people love it as much as I do. There's just something special about it when they have the party and when he like tips the waiter. It's just a great episode, hands down. Nothing more to say about it, honestly. Coming in at number 4 is the finale, the very last episode ever of The Office, which is in season 9, obviously.
Stupid, wonderful, boring, amazing job.
This is one of the greatest TV finales I've seen. I've seen a lot of them. I love this one from start to finish. I loved how they wrapped it up. I loved how each character got their arc, and at the end, everybody really got along with each other. You got to see just the amazingness of The Office. You even got to see a hint of Steve Carell back. It was just a great finale episode. I was happy and sad that The Office ended, but I thought it ended on such an amazing note. And if you're wondering if I think they should make a comeback, I really don't. I think The Office ended on a great note, and there are some shows I think that they were great. They ran their course. Let's let them run their course, and let's not keep rehashing it. The Office is a classic TV show, and I don't think it needs to be remade or re-brought up, especially so soon. Like, it just ended not like really, really long ago. So I think it ended amazingly, and I loved it from start to finish. Everything about it was great, so I loved it. Definitely one of my favorite episodes. I don't watch that one a ton because it always makes me cry. Speaking of episodes that make me cry, I have Niagara coming in at number 3, which was from season 6.
A lot of people told me I was crazy to wait this long for a date with a girl who I worked with, but I think even then I knew that I was waiting for my wife. So
this is Jim and Pam's wedding. I cry every time during this freaking episode. I think a lot of people do. If you've watched The Office for a long time, you know the love story of Jim and Pam and how epic and how beautiful it is. So when they got married and how they went on the boat to go to Niagara Falls, it was so beautiful. I tear up every time. I love the awkwardness of the church ceremony, but I love how they went to go on the boat instead. It was just a beautiful episode. I love Jim and Pam. They're one of my favorite OTPs of all time. Adore it. Adore this episode. Oh, love it so much. Coming in at number 2 is the Dundies from season 2.
I have so many people to thank for this award.
Finally, I want to thank God because God gave me this Dundie. And I feel God in this Chili's tonight.
Another classic Office episode. Like when I think of classic Office episodes, I think a lot of season 2, honestly, because I think that's just where a lot of classic Office episodes fall. The Dundies is just epic. I love the Dundies. The Dundies is an award show that Michael Scott has made, and he makes these really weird awards, like for hottest in the office goes to Ryan, and they're amazing. Pam gets drunk, she gets kicked out of a Chili's, it takes place at a Chili's. Dwight is emceeing. It's just, oh, it's so good. I feel like the Dundies should be on every top 10 Office episodes list, honestly. Like, that's just how I feel about it. The Dundies is just amazing. Start to finish, love it so freaking much. And my favorite episode of The Office ever, has never changed, never will, is Dinner Party from season 4.
My turn. My turn. My turn.
Babe, can you just like really, whoa.
Dinner Party is a lot of people's favorite episodes. I thought I was alone in that for the longest time, and then I've seen a whole bunch of articles of top 10 Office episodes, and Dinner Party is like #1 in a lot of those articles. So it's not just me that loves it, everyone does. Dinner Party is another awkward, amazing episode. What's great about The Office, as I said it before, it is awkward as mess. This one in particular, because Michael Scott has finally wore down Jim and Pam and invited them over for dinner. Also comes in Andy and Angela. Also comes in Dwight and his old babysitter. An amazing episode from them when they play charades, to Jan take it forever to cook dinner. Also the epic Jan and Michael fight and her talking about her candles. Like, it is just amazing quality content from start to finish. That is one episode of The Office I have probably seen the most, honestly. Always sing that song too, from Hunter, from Jan's assistant. It's just so it's such a weird, awkward episode. You cannot help but fall in love with it. So it's my favorite episode of all time. Freaking adore it. Those are my top 10 favorite Office episodes. It was very hard to comprise that list. I know there are several that I wanted to put on here, but I didn't. Just know that my favorite seasons, 2 through 5, those are golden. I love that. So if you watch The Office, and I'm sure a lot of you guys do because The Office is amazing, I would love to hear your favorite episodes, your favorite seasons. Did they match up with mine or they didn't? I would love to hear what you think about it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. It's a little different take from books, but I hope you enjoyed it regardless. I love The Office. I will watch it forever and ever and ever. I own the box sets. I own several board games. I love it. Will always love it. So if you love The Office as well, let's talk about it all in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.